thrilled with that second half that we played today. It is, as you can see, Illinois coming in with a win against Indiana, a win at Minnesota, a win at Northwestern, and a bunch of very veteran players. You know, you guys know every game makes me nervous, but that was going to be a tough one for us to get through. And that second half, I think we looked a lot like we've been playing early in the year. Our defense was great, and that propelled our offense with fast break opportunities and got the stops that we needed to win. So Illinois is an NCAA team, I would assume, and it's really good to have a team of that caliber in here and get a really good win.
Start off with Larry. After Griffey hit a long three, they pulled in four. It seemed like Trey Burke really took over and was as fired up as he was all day when he made an assist for LeVert. Can you just talk about that little stretch?
I mean, our defense got us some stops there, but yeah, those two from Columbus, both they have a lot of synergy together, and I think that was part of it. Karras had been injured; he hadn't been himself, obviously with the injury. We see that with Jordan as well. And they really, when they see each other, they connect. And there's not a person on that team that doesn't love Karras. So when you have an assist to him, it even makes you feel better.
Nick? John, Trey goes over 1,000 points, and he's not even finished with his sophomore year yet. I mean, where does he? I mean, I know you're not going to look at records or where he falls, but let's talk about this accomplishment and what he's been the last year and a half, whatever it's been.
You know, and I know this may sound strange to you, but it's sort of quiet to me too, because he's not hogging shots. You know, there's some games he would talk with me and say, "Coach, I should have shot less than that." He's not. He's playing the game the right way, and he has this confidence about when it's time for him to go in and get buckets or shoot a three. I thought it was very compelling. We ran a little play today, and Tim threw it back over the top. So the assist guy was Tim, and the shooter who was rolling back was Trey Burke. He didn't think twice about, I'm a point guard, I'm not a shooting guard. He just shot it in. And his combination of being both a playmaker and a shooter and scorer has been big for us. So I think it's time. So there was only seventh guy ever to score in 2 years, and there's been some pretty good players roll through here, and that says it all, really.
On your right, Daniel.
You talked about Karras. Him and Spike both had some big plays, especially on the defensive end, and some tips and charge. How big were their contributors?
Well, you know what? As we retooled this week, we talked about that. There's got to be somebody. There's some of you out there. We talked with the staff. These guys that we know what Trey and Tim are terrific players. There's some other guys out there that are going to need to step up for us to continue in the direction we want to go. And you know, for Spike, it got a lot of reps this week in practice with the first team. Karras finally was healthy and got some reps. So it was. I think he felt comfortable, and of course, those shots he made were huge because it got it to 4. Now it's 7. Now it's 10. You get away from them. It's key to the win. And his defense Karras' defense is huge for us. He really does a great job.
On your left, John.
Can you talk about what Morgan gave you and how hard he's worked just to get back into the position to play extended minutes?
Yeah, he was even, you know, we had been very hopeful coming out of this mini camp that we had where he made some progress that he would be back to his old self. He wasn't. He was not in the last couple of days of practice. There was a few minutes after we'd made a decision to go with Mitch. There was a few minutes in the scrimmage yesterday where he looked somewhat like his old self. But he was basically on the scout team saying he's not there, he's got to play scout team. And he played very well on the scout team on a few occasions. And I said, we're going to use him, see what he does. And right from the get-go, I knew where he's not at 100%, he was better than he's been.
Back on your right, Chris.
What fueled the better effort on the glass in the second half, and also talk about the job he did on Paul in the second half?
Well, you know, the first half, I have to watch it more, but there were some obvious times we could have blocked out. There were some other times that, you know, we batted the ball off each other, and they just got the ball and laid it in. So some of it was happenstance, some of it was technique. In the second half, that was a big emphasis. Look at they got 9 offensive rebounds or 8 in the first half. That cannot happen. You're working too hard on defense to make a miss to give them another opportunity. And we did just that with 0 in the second half.
Right in the middle, Andy.
Defensively, it seems like you guys made a lot of strides today from the last couple of games. How big of a factor is Morgan in that?
Well, he reacts just a little bit quicker than the other bigs as to all the changing that goes on out there. And this is a great ball screen team. and we were chasing them, we were doubling, we were hedging, we were doing different things. And coming back out of there, there's got to be a guy that tells everybody where to go or knows where to go. He knows that. You know, is he faster than the other guys? I don't think so. Is he taller? Does he block shots? No, but he's anticipatory. He anticipates much better than the younger players do.